What if the secret to building an empire isn't about working harder, but about finding a lever so big it can move a star? The wealthiest syndicates of the future won't own land or buildings. They will own the machinery of the cosmos. They will start with a single rock in the asteroid belt, and compound it until they control the energy of the sun. By the end of this briefing, you will understand exactly how the principles of compound interest and digital automation will build a first stellar megacorporation, the Dyson Syndicate. Welcome to NexaSphere Studio. I'm Nova. Let's decode the physics of wealth. To understand cosmic wealth, we must first look at the limits of our home planet. Humanity is currently stuck in a planetary loop. We trade our time for finite resources locked in the Earth's crust. But just beyond our atmosphere lies an infinite supply of wealth. Take Psyche 16, a single asteroid in our solar system packed with enough iron, nickel, and gold to crash the global economy. But the gold isn't the real treasure. The real treasure is the leverage it provides. When the Dyson Syndicate begins its journey, it doesn't send humans to mine these rocks. It sends self-replicating, robotic probes. These probes are the ultimate form of digital leverage. Once the software is written, the cost of replicating the worker drops to zero. The first probe lands on a carbonaceous asteroid. It uses solar power to extract water, fuel, and metal, building a duplicate of itself. This is compound interest in physical form. One probe becomes 2, 2 become 4, 4 become 16. Within a decade, a swarm of automated miners is quietly claiming the resources of a asteroid belt, operating completely independently of human hours. Every wealth-building system relies on the same mathematical law: exponential growth. In finance, this is compound interest. In space economics, it is resource feedback loops. When the syndicate starts, the progress seems painfully slow. The first robotic factory takes 3 years to build its first duplicate. On a graph, the curve looks flat. Critics call it a waste of capital. But this is the deception phase of compounding. By year 12, the syndicate has 16 factories. By year 24, they have 256. By year 36, they have over 65,000. The growth curve enters the vertical phase. Suddenly, the syndicate is producing millions of tons of raw refined metals every single day. They use this metal to construct orbital refineries, propellant depots, and autonomous solar sails. Because all labor is executed by AI and powered by raw sunlight, the marginal cost of production approaches zero. This is the core secret of a syndicate's wealth. They have decoupled production from human physical limitations. But compounding is never a straight line. Every system faces friction. In the cold vacuum of space, the syndicate faces the harshest filters: cosmic radiation, micrometeorites, and stellar storms. A single solar flare can fry the circuitry of an entire automated mining fleet, resetting decades of compound progress. To survive, the syndicate builds redundant digital structures. They do not store their AI logic in a centralized planetary mainframe. Instead, they deploy a decentralized mesh network across the asteroid belt. If one fleet is destroyed, its digital consciousness, memory, and operational data survive in the surrounding nodes. This is the equivalent of diversifying your portfolio. In the wealth building process, concentration creates vulnerability, while decentralization ensures survival. To scale beyond the asteroid belt, the syndicate needs a launchpad. Earth's gravity well is too deep. Launching raw materials from Earth requires massive chemical energy, eating into our margins. The solution? The Moon. With its low gravity and rich deposits of helium-3 and silicon, the Moon becomes the industrial heart of the syndicate. They build electromagnetic mass drivers along the lunar equator. These are massive, solar-powered railguns that launch refined materials into space using electricity, completely bypassing the need for chemical rocket fuel. Lunar ore is launched directly into Earth-Moon Lagrange points, where automated construction yards weave them into deep space transport vessels. The Moon acts as a cosmic lever, amplifying the efficiency of every kilogram of material harvested. Quick, if this story of stellar scaling is already keeping you hooked, drop a lightning bolt in the comments. Nova wants to know you're here. Hit subscribe to join our digital briefing room. Let's look at the next chapter, how the syndicate conquers the star itself. Once planetary resources are fully harnessed, the syndicate reaches a new bottleneck: energy. To scale further, they must capture the ultimate power source in our solar system, the Sun. They target Mercury. Mercury is the perfect construction yard. It is highly metallic, has no atmosphere, and is located closest to the Sun, receiving massive solar energy. The syndicate deploys an army of solar-powered miners to dismantle Mercury's crust. They refine its iron and silicon to manufacture ultra-thin, lightweight mirrors and solar collectors. These collectors are launched into solar orbit, forming the first rings of a Dyson swarm. This is the beginning of the transition to a Type II civilization. Every mirror launched reflects a portion of the Sun's energy back to orbital collectors, supplying millions of times more power than the entire Earth has ever consumed. A fully realized Dyson sphere or Dyson swarm captures 10 to the 26th watts of power. With this energy, the syndicate is no longer just a wealthy corporation. It is a force of physics. They use this energy to run massive stellar engines. They can beam power across the solar system using high-frequency lasers, powering fleets light years away. They construct planetary-scale supercomputers around the Sun, powered by pure solar energy. At this stage, the concept of scarcity is permanently solved. The compound loop is complete. The system runs indefinitely, maintaining and expanding itself without human intervention. But even a Type II syndicate faces a final limit: the speed of light. As they expand to nearby stars like Proxima Centauri, communication delays grow to years. This creates the ultimate market challenge: galactic arbitrage. A trade signal sent from Earth to Alpha Centauri takes over 4 years to arrive. To navigate this, the syndicate relies on localized autonomous nodes. Each node acts as an independent sovereign branch, making split-second decisions based on local star system markets. They trade resources, data, and technology across the stars, compounding their wealth across interstellar networks. Here is what you should take away from the story of the Dyson Syndicate. 1. Wealth is built by decoupling production from human physical hours through digital automation and self-replication. 2. The compounding phase starts slow and deceptive, but if maintained, it enters a vertical phase of exponential scale. 3. True long-term security lies in decentralization, distributing resources and systems to survive local disruptions. Don't miss another cosmic briefing. Hit subscribe. It takes 2 seconds and ensures you stay ahead. In the next video, Nova decodes the truth behind the Fermi paradox. Stay curious. Stay ahead.